pour shot of each of these. As you can see, not much luster on them, not much sheen. Pretty dull. Let's see how they come out. Okay, these have all got 2 to 3 coats, and I just wanted to show how they're coming along. You can kind of see how they have different hopefully that's just how it's drying and it won't stay like that. That's the dupe colors. I have little cheat sheets for how much and how often. That is the triple thick. Very nice finish on that one so far. Diamond finish. There we go. And Rust-Oleum. Like a little, like pock marks almost in these two. Hey guys, welcome back. All right, I am testing out my coasters. These 4 were just kind of scratch coasters that I had used in a previous video that I actually did when I was trying to reuse drippings. And some of these I had swiped, some of them just came out this way. I think this one and this one had kind of come out the way that they are. So there's not a lot of color, but with the black, I can really see the glare, the gloss, the sheen, however you want to put it. So I tested these 4, the Krylon Triple Thick, Rust-Oleum Universal, the Duplicolor, and the Diamond Finish. I have seen a video on the Diamond Finish from a can. It's very difficult to work with in the fact that if you get any around the outside edge of the can, you'll never get the can open again. But it had good reviews. Now, none of these said that they were good to a certain temperature except for one. And so I'm just kind of looking at these. I followed the directions on each one. This is the Diamond Finish, nice and glossy. They're all pretty good, except for the Duplicolor. Now I showed you as it was drying how it looked kind of patchy. It still looks patchy to me. See that? So I think I may actually put another coat of that on here and try it again. But you could also see where there were like bubbles. So it doesn't have a great texture, but there are spots, like right here. Very smooth to the touch. Nice and thick gloss to it. No bubbles, right there. If the whole thing were like this, it'd probably be a different story. All of these too, I'm running my fingernails through them. Now if you look, you can see where my fingernail has been. These have all been curing for over a week. In the shop here, it's 65 degrees, so a pretty standard temperature. See the diamond finish, let's see, my fingernail right there. You can see it. Not great. Rust-Oleum. This one's got a pretty nice finish. It does kind of have that little pock mark. You don't feel that when you run your finger against it, but from a certain angle you can kind of see these little divots. Again, I wonder if another coat would make a difference on this or not. And then the Krylon, the triple thick. This one I already ran my fingernail across. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I can. Let's do it right here. I can feel that one. This one is thick, but it's not as hard. This one is not hard at all. I feel like I could use a knife and scrape this stuff right off. Rust-Oleum though, it's holding up pretty well. I'm not seeing a lot of that from this. So, and these are priced, that's my microwave going off. I'm heating up cups of water. The Krylon was just under $4 at Walmart. The Rust-Oleum was right around $7 at Meijer. Duplicolor I got for just over $7 on Amazon. The diamond finish was just under $20. So I'm not sure if that makes a difference or not. We'll see. Let me grab those hot mugs. So 4 mugs. I don't have 4 matching mugs. I have 3 matching mugs. So I'm going to put this one on the Krylon, just because out of all of these, this is my least favorite. It really shows every time I nick it or bump it. I use this one. I got it for painting rocks. When we go camping and stuff, we paint river rocks and hide them. So I'm going to use the Odd Duck mug for that one. These are quite hot. So let's just kind of see what happens with them. I'm going to try to talk louder because some people have said that they can't hear me very well when I'm not right next to the camera. So the diamond finish I told you was just around $20 at Amazon, but it is a larger can. It's 16 ounces. The instructions, these are all hold 8 to 10 inches away. But this one does say, and all of these I did wear gloves. I did wear a mask. Eye protection is a good idea. I had the garage door open and I had all of these on a table sitting right next to the open door to keep them airing out for a bit. I didn't want to leave them just outside because of the fact that the wind was blowing, and if stuff got stuck in them, it might alter it. And perhaps it was a little chillier outside than it was in the shop. I wonder if maybe that's why I got the bubbles in the Duplicolor, but not sure. Again, the diamond finish, the instructions say 2 to 3 thin coats, and it says 4 passes. Recoat cure time, 1 to 2 hours, depending on humidity. And it doesn't have any temperature settings or anything noted on the can. Full cure, 48 hours. And then there's a subsection that says, for maximum gloss, apply 4 passes. Wait 10 to 15 minutes, then apply 4 more passes. That's what I did. Again, I don't think it would probably be a bad idea to do the diamond finish again like that. If that's considered the coating, it says 2 to 3 coats. If I do it again, we'll see. Duplicolor, this was 2 light coats and then 1 medium wet coat. Apply all coats within an hour, allow 10 minutes between coats, and it says it can be handled within 1 hour, but full cure of 7 days for this one. So that's why I waited over a week to do this. Rust-Oleum, the Universal Advanced Formula. It does say not to be used on surfaces that will reach greater than 200 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know how hot y'all drink your coffee, but I don't quite get it that hot. But it's hot. And this one does have on the can that it provides UV protection. So people talking about yellowing, maybe something like this that has the UV protection, this is the way to go. And the Krylon triple thick. Now, this one was a full wet coat, 2 to 3 minutes, apply second coat. 24 hours before handling to avoid fingerprints. Full cure, doesn't have a listed temp. So I'm guessing the 24 hours is the full cure, but it's been a week again. And this one is full cure in 24 hours, 3 or more light coats continuously. Don't ask me what continuously means. Do not take your finger off the trigger. That's what I did, is I just sprayed it and went like this and was done. Just, this one does have a lock on it, so I can't accidentally spray it. Like this and this. And I did shake all of these cans at least 2 minutes before using them. All right, so time has been passing. It has been 4 minutes. Let's check. This one's not sticking. The Rust-Oleum's sticking quite a bit. Duplicolor, not a stick. Not even a little bit of stickiness. Diamond finish, not sticking at all. None. Okay, so the Rust-Oleum's not working. I'm gonna try and heat this is still, I've taken it off and put it back on, it still sticks. I did not put any water directly on the surface because of the fact that it can cause surface tension, and with a variation of temperature as it cools, expansion, y'all, if you've taken science, you're gonna get what I'm talking about. It's gonna create a suction effect as opposed to just the heat variable on the surface of this. So again, I did not wet the surfaces of these at all. So let's try one of these. I'm gonna pop it back in the microwave and see what it does with the Krylon. Again, I'm not a fan of the Krylon. I don't think it matters whether or not it sticks for me. I'm not gonna like it, but all right. These mugs have been sitting here for at least 4 minutes. I reheated them the same amount of time that I heated them in the first place. Let's see. Oh, looky there. The reason I don't have very many of these mugs is I've had them for a long time. Some of them have broken over the years, and I have not felt the need to replace them, and I don't use them much. I use them sometimes for tea, but one of the things I don't like about them is they stick to the coasters. This is like super stuck. The Krylon is the one I told you I could put my fingernail into it and I could just feel it indenting. Kind of reminds me of how some resins, I just don't think they're super heat sensitive. Maybe it has to do with which brand, I'm not sure, but I don't know. I just don't think they hold up as well. With the heat, my fingernail doesn't go into them, of course, but a couple that I have used that had resin on them, when I pick up the cup, there's like, you can see it on this one. See the ring there? Here? That didn't go away. So I don't want something like that. Maybe I need to use a different type of resin, but I don't really want to use one that requires a respirator and all of the other stuff. I really would rather stick with something like arc resin that I could put on something that's not going to be temperature sensitive. Again, the Rust-Oleum stuck to the Starbucks mug. Sorry, I am not endorsed by anyone, including Starbucks, unfortunately. I love Starbucks. If any executive member of Starbucks would like to, I will gladly take your money and your coffee. This Duplicolor, I really want to like it. I really do. Reading again the temperature sensitivity for it for when you spray it. It says to spray between 60 degrees and 95 degrees Fahrenheit. That's a pretty narrow window. That kind of leaves you spring, summer, and early fall maybe here. But for ventilation wise, I didn't want to spray it indoors. So I wonder if that really has to do with the variation, because it was about, I want to say 45 to 50 degrees outside, but I was still kind of in the shop, so the heat was going from one direction. So I wonder if that's why I have the air bubbles. I do have another tile. I think I'm going to retry the Duplicolor. Some people have also told me that there's a Duplicolor engine spray that is specifically for 500 degrees or higher. Maybe I'll give that a whirl too. But boy, I really like this diamond finish. I like it a lot. It's not really showing a lot in the way of the finger gouges. There's no marks from the cup. The diamond finish is nice. It's very, I feel a little bit of bumpiness here, but not very much. There's maybe one spot that had an air bubble right here. And I, again, wonder if that has to do with the conditions in which I sprayed. These two are both very sensitive, and the directions is about humidity, that it should be below, I believe 70% humidity when it's sprayed. It's a fall day, it's windy, it's chilly here. It had been raining the day before. Humidity was probably higher than 70%. So I'll give them that. Of course, these are the two more expensive. This one much more so. So I'll do another set of coasters with Duplicolors, and I'll get a few other variations. A few people have put some stuff on Facebook groups when I said I was doing this test. So what I'll do is I will go and buy those other ones, and I will try them. And I will let you know what I come up with. But for this test, again, I really want to like this one, but the variations, and I can see some fingernail scratching in the surface of it, but not where it's not as thick. So I wonder again if that's just because of how it dried, because of the humidity and the temperature in the air. I gotta say the diamond finish is my favorite for this test on this day. And of course it's the one that's 20 bucks a can. So what are you gonna do? You get what you pay for, I suppose. I'm ever gonna get this off of that Rust-Oleum one without burning myself. I'm gonna have to wait for it to cool down. Oh yeah, it's splashed. That's great. I'm gonna have to do a blooper reel one of these days. So diamond finish, it's my winner. Now there are a few different numbers on these. It's an 8-digit number, usually starts with an 8. This one is part number 8114. There are some other diamond finish, high performance clear coats. It says it's also non-yellowing. It says it's impervious to most oils and solvents, which I thought was kind of nice when you're thinking about, is there any potential I left fingerprint oil or silicone on any of these that I didn't wash off good enough. So maybe I will also see about ordering a couple the different part numbers. We'll see. But again, I got this off of Amazon and it was just under $20, and that's my winner. All right, talk to you guys later. Hope this was helpful.